Hey, it's me again. Um, this time around, gonna talk about going to MEPS after passing your ASVAB. Um, so what you do is you pretty much stay in a hotel the night before. I guess is their way of, you know, making sure you're on time because you got to get up hella early in the morning um, to report to MEPS. Um, that while you're in the hotel, of course, you're going to get like a food voucher and everything. What my recruiters told me, uh, they serve you breakfast. So, they told me and my fellow shipmates not to consume a lot of salty foods, um, i.e., bacon. So we ate fairly light, maybe bagels and some fruit. The reason for that is because you consume all that salt. When you get to MEPS and it comes time for them to take your blood pressure could possibly be running high. And something as simple as you eating, 3 pieces of bacon could turn out and, could end your Navy career before it even starts. So, that's one helpful tip. Also, just be prepared to be there for like 6 to 8 hours because they're going to test your hearing, they're going to test your sight, they're going to test like all your physical abilities, blood tests, piss tests. They're going to do like a cavity search on you, it seems like, so females know that you have to wear underwear that fully cover, you know, your booty and everything. No thongs or lacy panties. You have to wear panties, period. But my recruiters pretty much said that, go with granny panties. For guys, same deal. Don't go in there commando. Like, you need to have, like, a pair of boxers or something on. You're going to be walking around like that, not in front of a bunch of people, but maybe with whatever females are there. We might as well get used to it. If you're planning on going to the Navy, just know, like in boot camp, there's community showers and everybody's going to see everything. So, I mean, if you're a shy person, you got to kind of shoot that out the window because at a point in time in MEPS, you are going to be around other females and you guys are going to be about 80% unclothed. Doctors are going to ask you a bunch of questions. And what's important is to be truthful, but at the same time, it's like if the Navy is something that you really, really, really want to do, think about how you answer some of those questions that they ask. And I'm going to just put it like that. Some people have things that they may have gone through as a child, minor surgery or, suspension at school. Like, they're going to ask you all these things. And my advice is, even if these things happen, do not reveal that they happen. They're going to put a lot of fear in your heart and try to tell you that you can be prosecuted if anything comes back. And the whole deal is them trying to scare you, but they don't have any bearing to go back and try to dig through your files. Can you imagine how long it would take and how many sailors would not be in now if they used all that time trying to, dig through everybody's background? So if you've been suspended while you were in high school, just deny it. Say no. I mean, they'll never know that it was true or not. So simple stuff like that. But I don't know. Like my experience at MEPS was pretty crazy. I had like an earring in the rook of my ear that I didn't know that I was going to have to take out. I had it for 5 years, cleaned it and everything, but I was unable to unscrew it. So I almost got sent home from MEPS because of it. So if you have piercings that you know are hard to get out, you better get some pliers and unscrew those things before you go off to MEPS, because they will send you home. I got lucky. This Air Force chick that was on base, she went, grabbed some pliers, and we got down to it, and we got it out. So I got lucky, but everybody's not so lucky, because they look for any reason to send you home and not give you a chance. So just don't give them a reason. So if you have piercings, take them out prior to even getting there. Take them out. You have to pay attention. One thing about the Navy is attention to detail. So make sure you follow instructions. Make sure you read over what you're putting your name on, what you're putting your initials on. You just don't want to sign your life away. At the end of it all, if you're deemed fit to serve, it'll be like in the top left corner. It'll say is able to serve, and maybe another box says is not. If that able to serve box is checked, then you're good to go. So then what you would do is go sit with a career counselor, and they'll pull up your ASVAB score, and they'll put it through the system and see what jobs are available for you at that time. Like I said, for me, though I wanted to be a corpsman, the only jobs available at the time were engineering jobs. So I picked one of them, the one that I felt would best suit me, fit me. So that's another thing. When you do get your job choices, make sure you read over them. Don't just pick a job because it sounds cool. Because then you'll get to, your sign off on your contract, and then you'll finally read up on it or do research, and you're like, oh shit, I don't really want this job. Now, once you do sign your contract, you get sworn in and everything, which is really fucking cool. Like, I felt like I was going to cry because I just felt so proud at the time. But, after MEPS, like, say you do pick a job and then you really don't think you're going to like it, you can always talk to your recruiter and tell them that you want to change your job. And, they can type up some paperwork, and you will have the opportunity to change your job. But the thing about changing your job is it changes your ship date. So your ship date could either be sooner or later than your original ship date. It also it's kind of like a one-shot deal. So say you want to change your job, and they process the paperwork, and then they get a phone call from MEPS saying, okay, we have like culinary specialists available. Ask her or him if they want that. Now, if you turn that down and say, oh, no, I don't want to be a cook either, you're not going to have another chance to change your job until you get to boot camp, I believe, or you're going to have to do the job that you originally signed your contract for at least 18 months before you can cross-rate. And cross-rating is you changing your job, but then you have to go to school and everything for whatever other job that you pick. But you have to do at least 1.5 to 2 years in the original job that you signed your contract for. That's cross-rate. Also, let's see. That's pretty much it for MEPS. Again, it's just it's one of those days that you just need to have a lot of patience, because it's going to be a long day. You can't get frustrated. They're processing hundreds of future sellers, and folks joining the Navy, and folks joining the Army, folks joining the Air Force, like the Marines, everything. So it's really about having a lot of patience, and just knowing that you really want to join the Navy and not falling for the tricks that they might try to throw at you. And that's really about it. Like I said, I'm not putting it out there like you should be untruthful, but like I said, if the Navy is what you want to do, if that is your career choice, and you might have some smudges from your past that aren't really important, and that you're a different person today than you were then, don't fall for the okie doke with them telling you that you'll be prosecuted if you don't come out and say, yeah, I was suspended when I was a freshman in high school, or I had a family member that passed, and I talked to my school counselor maybe once or twice to help me deal with it. Little things like that. They'll try to, sit and they'll want paperwork for all that stuff if you sit and you reveal those things. Now, if it's something that's not major, then don't put yourself out the game before you get in it. So that's my advice for MEPS. I guess the next one I'll start talking about being in debt, or the regulations while you're in the debt program and everything like that. So I'll see you guys then. Peace.